and distinguished members of council, it is indeed important for government to recognize and compensate. Even if Mr. Lacambel on his own would not say, pay me for what I have done, because he did it for his people, we find that it is worthy of recognition. And therefore, the resolutions made here will be carefully documented, and we will share with all relevant offices for action. We are fortunate that our senior brother, the Honorable Gilbert, is here to represent fully to his colleagues what was discussed here. We will back that up with a written document for your purpose and to share with relevant authorities. For the media, if you look at how Lacambel used the media, he used the media productively. Productively. He used the media for the benefit of the people, not at the detriment of the people and society. That is why he would use a radio to call on ex-combatants to come home. But if you're in the media today, what are you using your gadgets for? Are you misrepresenting facts? Are you putting a catchy 8-line when the content is actually something else? May we in the media fraternity learn from that. And use our trade, use our God-given gifts to bless other people and the society that we come from. There is no culture as elaborate, as industrious as the Acholi culture. It's not there. I think we are in the league of the KwaZulu when you talk about cultures. But our cultures are being infiltrated as we speak today. There are behaviors that are truly un-Acholi. The Lord worked so hard to preserve the purity and the concentration of the Acholi culture. There is a big lesson for us to take from this today. As council, as leaders, in our various disciplines. How do we celebrate this legacy and extend the gesture of cultural preservation? And this is not, friends, this is not a responsibility of Gulu City Council only. When we speak about legacy, we speak about ourselves in our own homes. Start there. And they actually also dresses up decently. And we have our children leaving our doorsteps with mini skirts, and we are okay with it. And that's why I say it is not just council business. It is our business as a people, as a culture. Mr. Speaker, suggestions for the Hall of Fame came out. I love this idea. And I think we need to, as a collective, discuss this further. Because the Hall of Fame is not just merely a place to put photos. There is so much that we can do with the Hall of Fame. We may need to discuss this with my colleague chairpersons from the Acholi districts. And if Gulu City really is what in the Luo word we say, catch pa Acholi, then may we find a space to construct that here. Mr. Speaker, the town clerk spoke about the statue. There was proposal about building a house in memory of the late. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Lacambel worked so tirelessly for peace. And he worked in collaboration with the UPDF. The 4th Division is a close beneficiary of his non-military action. May we start by engaging the 4th Division. There is an engineering brigade here. Mr. Speaker, I will take it up on myself to engage General Felix on this regard. The engineering brigade is the one tasked with constructing Peche Stadium and Gunya University. I don't think all the cement meant to use to construct that the stadiums will be finished. I don't think so. I don't think the amount of trips of sand and bricks will all go there. Could we sway some in this direction? That is not a resolution, Mr. Speaker, but that is an idea and a prayer that we will walk the talk alongside those sisters and brothers that benefited from this peace. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, a public lecture is a great idea, because then that leaves us with the opportunity to continue to discuss the role of media in peace building, the role of media in cultural preservation. It also gives me the opportunity to think about Gunya University Institute of Peace and Strategic Studies. Is this something they could take up as a brainchild and organize that lecture annually for the benefit of all the students in that institute and the general public? These and more are areas that we have to work together. As I sit down, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the family in a special way for allowing us, first of all, use these grounds to pay our last respect as council. And when we came over to ask that we have this idea, they embraced us and appreciated the idea. I cannot thank you enough for that. Mr. Speaker, tomorrow we will lay our gallant sons to rest in this same venue. I'd like to appeal to members of the community that the family spent every penny in pursuit of treatment of the late. And if what was described today touches you, may we touch our pockets to make a contribution to see tomorrow's function and give Mr. Lacambel a decent send-off. We reached out to the UPDF, and as we sat here, I saw a truck come into the home with some consignment. That is the kind of spirit we want to see in this city. Wana RCC and colleagues in security, you heard very loudly here that the late and his colleagues spent 3 days without eating food in search for peace. And we have a couple of people roaming our streets causing terror. But while they are causing terror, you are eating, you are not sleeping hungry. May we take that matter seriously. We cannot prosper as a city, as a people, when we fear for our lives, when we fear for our properties. Otherwise, the effort of the late and those of his colleagues will go in vain. This country has the capability to find anybody causing terror. It has all the instruments. Put them to action. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and your deputy, all distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for coming and sacrificing your time